Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Observation, and I would like you to pay attention in the future to this development. When you have some people opposing the narrative, it's only one narrative, that's this guy's narrative. When you see certain people opposing the narrative, you're going to find out that these guys are going to be charged with something. They committed something. They will be trialed for something. They will be probably imprisoned or barred from running for office. Never the other way around. If you parrot the narrative and you go on, yeah, we should bomb Russia, yeah, we should do this to the Palestinians, we should do this to China and North Korea, we should do this to Iran, we should do this to Venezuela. If you go by that, you can do a lot of stuff and we will never find out unless and until you do something against that. You're going to be receiving a few warnings, and if you continue to fight the narrative, then we're going to find out that, I don't know, that guy used to like a certain kind of pornography, or that guy used to be engaged in certain things, or something like that. We're going to find something nasty. Until then, mouth shut. So I would call this Trump's, not derangement syndrome, we already have that one, but like Trump's case. I have to come up with something, because Trump is, they try to do this to Trump right now. Get him out of any possibility to run again. Why? He ran against the narrative. The same thing is with Imran Khan. The same thing is with Alternative for Germany. In Germany, in France, you have Marine Le Pen. They tried to get her out. They already tried to get her out. You had Geert Wilders in the Netherlands. They tried to get him out. What's his name? Again, with all kind of... they tried him. He said this, hate speech and garbage, whatever. And then you had what? The Hungarian Prime Minister, Viktor Orban. All these guys that are opposing us, we find out that they did something, or they are charged, or they tried to get him out. Imran Khan, remember that Imran Khan in Pakistan? The same way. He didn't follow orders. He was out in a month with no confidence vote, and now he's charged about 15 years in prison for 4 charges. The last one is an illegal marriage to his wife. He was supposed to wait 4 years or something, or 4 months. I didn't even read. I have it ready. And he now, oh my God, he's going to be barred from election and so on. So we have now in the Republika Srpska, in this little country over there, where we have a Serb, right? A Serb, and in Bosnia-Herzegovina, where he doesn't really like the status quo. He doesn't like the narrative. Well, he's going to be charged, convicted maybe, and he will be barred from running for office ever. That's how you do it. And the baboons say, yeah, man, yeah, less freedom is good, yeah. Peace is war is peace, truth is a lie is the truth. It's right here. We have these weasels from Radio Free Europe. Liars, that's for sure. But hey, I use them because they informed me about this thing. February 5, 2024. Trial of Republika Srpska president opens in Sarajevo after multiple delays. Remember, the Americans flew bombardiers over the Serbian, part of Bosnia-Herzegovina where the Serbs are. They have their kind of autonomy or something. They flew over. If you do something like, I don't know, secession, we're going to f you up. That's the message the Americans, they can't convince people. Democracy is about, making sure that you persuade people with a good message, logical, or people might be just crazy, say, we don't like you, man, we don't like you. You should have the right of self-determination. Say, I don't like you, I just don't like you. You're fat, ugly, bald-headed, bow-legged, and whatever, with no ball. I don't like you. And very hairy on your back. Can you say that? Oh, I have to like it? Yeah, because you're a hater. Fuck you and your mommy. There you go. So here we have this one. My God. Here you have it. If the mommy looks good. If the mommy looks bad, no. Sarajevo, the trial of Republika Srpska, President Milorad Dodik, on charges of defying the ruling of an international peace envoy, opened in February 5, today, in Bosnia-Herzegovina, after several postponements. The postponements were the warnings. Warning number 1, number 2, number 3, number 5. That's it. Let's go. Let's get his guy. That's it. He's an idiot. He won't get it. As it is. The trial opened with the reading of the indictment, which accuses Dodik of failing to execute. He would execute, but you know what I mean. What did I do here? Right there. Execute the decision of the High Representative to Bosnia and Herzegovina, Christina Schmidt. Oh, so Christina Schmidt, by the name, she's German or something. Not Bosnia, not Herzegovina. She is the decision of the High Representative to Bosnia. So she's someone else who made it execute the decision. Somewhere else was decided for that country because they can't work together. These guys, these imbeciles from outside, this is crazy. They try to keep people together. They don't want to stay together. They don't want to stay together. I think it's very clear. The Serbs don't want to stay with the Bosniaks over there. They don't want to stay with them. What are you going to do? Keep them together? Why don't you let them have a divorce like Czechoslovakia? No? You see what happened to Yugoslavia? And what did the Westerns say? Well, let them, if they want to just go on their own, let them. That was one of the points. Oh, the Serbs don't let anybody else go away. They want to keep them under the... But now why don't you let the Serbians go? The Serbs go. Somehow in here that's not okay. But in Kosovo with Albanians was a-okay. So why? Because to protect them. How about now? No. And again, that's decided somewhere else. The foreigners decide how you fucking run your country. Instead of sitting down with the other side, hey, I'm a Serb, you're a Bosniak, let's talk, man, let's talk. I don't like you. Hey, I guess what? I don't like you either. So instead of fighting and grabbing by the balls each other and let those guys tell us how to live, how about we say bye-bye? No? Let's keep these guys together, man. They don't want to stay together. If convicted, Dodik faces a sentence of 6 months to 5 years in prison and a ban on public duties. So this is Trump's, I named it somehow here, but let's see, they should be called the Trump ban. Well, we find, so this is the Trump ban. This is the way they do it. They're going to do the same thing to Trump and others. And it's all legal by the courts. Well, if they're bad people, they should be, they should be paying. But other people are just running free and have high position in the government. And not only. During the hearing in Bosnia's top court in Sarajevo, the judge twice warned supporters of Dodik not to disrupt the proceeding after they whistled and jeered when the decision was made to read the indictment. Remember, the judges act like they're gods in court, just so you know, if you never had to deal with them. They're God. You're just a fucking retard. That's how you are in a court. These guys and the military, the generals regardless in police or wherever they are in the security services, the generals in this hierarchical very much, they think they're gods. That's why you can't talk with a general. If you find a general who's, let's say, I don't want to say tolerant, it's a wrong weasel word, balanced, or listens to you. No, balanced. It's rarely. You find imbeciles who are like, I said so, you do it, an order, that's it. They can't have it, oh yeah, I'm a nice egalitarian guy, but I'm a general. That I'm going to bark orders and I expect 100% order to be executed. No, the same with the judges. I've been in courts, not as a, defendant over there or anything. No, I was over there through my job. Right? I had to be over there as the expertise, investigation, blah, 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 blah. So, Mr. Cosmo, what do you think in your, let me tell you, Your Honor, you have to also behave, and never did, because I had this mentality, like you're very, you show humility. When I fucking show humility to another person? Fuck you. Your Honor, that's it, what I say. Your Honor. Or Sir, that's good enough, or I didn't even have to say that. You don't have to show disdain for that, but they expect you to show like you're like a, well, we're not. Because I might know more than you fucking ever dream of knowing. Maybe I did things you'd never dream of doing in real life. You're a judge. Very good. That's it. What else? You know, don't get me started with that. Started. As stated in the indictment, Dodik signed decrees on laws that had been annulled by Schmidt, by a foreign fucker, even though he was aware that the decision of Schmidt, are legally binding. The same thing I think did Zelensky with the Minsk agreements, didn't he? He didn't respect didn't follow the Minsk agreements, which are legally binding. A double standard, you think? Or triple standard, quadruple standard? The prosecution will present its evidence at the next hearing on March 6. 4 inspectors of the State Investigation and Protection Agency, SIPA, are scheduled to testify. Dodik's defense has said that the evidence of the Prosecutor General Office isn't based on facts. On feelings, then? And he said Dodik's defense will be based on providing the sovereignty of Bosnia. All right. The defense has also asked for the disqualification of Judge Sena Uzunovic. What the fuck that name is, I can only guess. Who took the case on the February 5 alleging political bias. The previous judge assigned to hear the case, Mirsad Strika, asked to be replaced due to his planned retirement in May. I didn't want to deal with that. Right here. This is the political assassination of Dodik. Dodik, who was close relations with Russian President Vladimir Putin, dictator, I might say, has been charged over 2 laws he signed in July that allowed the Bosnian Serb entity to bypass or ignore decisions made by Schmidt. So how in the hell the Serbs were allowed to do that in their country against Schmidt? One of the laws blocks the publication of decisions made by the High Representative in the official Gazette of Republika Srpska. So guys, you have a High Representative who is like a you remember how the Middle East was partitioned and they had their I can't remember, governors or something. Is that how you are? You're under a governorship? Bosnia, you have an outside from another country, someone else being in charge of it, telling you how to run your shit because somehow you are incapable. You are at it. Well, if you are at it, why don't you just separate it? Both laws were adopted in June by the Assembly. The other law concerns the refusal to implement decisions by the country's constitutional court in the territory of the entity. Schmidt, on July 1st, annulled both laws and used his so-called, I think it was a woman, Schmidt. What's her name? Or here, Schmidt. What was Schmidt? Let me find out. Schmidt. Christian. Oh, Christian. I thought it was Christina. The same, I think. I don't think he would bother if I say that. So annulled both laws and used his so-called Bonn, the German town, powers to impose changes to the criminal code of Bosnia, stipulating that an official who does not respect the decision of the High Representative can be punished with a prison sentence of 6 months to 5 years and banned from all public duties. Hurrah! All right, Bosnia has been administrated under a Bosniak and Croat federation, and the mostly Serb Republika Srpska implemented after the Dayton Agreement, which ended 1992-1995 Bosnian War. The country is overseen by a civilian high representative with UN backing and sweeping powers. So the country is overseen by a civilian high representative. That position is currently held by none other than Schmidt. Good job. Are you under a protectorate? Isn't that how they were called, protectorate? Bosnia was given the status of candidate for European Union membership in December 2022, but has not fulfilled the criteria necessary to start accession talks. But it's okay. Ukraine is ready to start it because they are not at war with anybody. But Bosnia is not. It's imbecilic. So anyway, my friends, ready? Dodik, you are going to be giving the Trump treatment right there. They should, I think, man, we don't understand one another. I go this way, you go that way. Good luck to you too. See you never, and that's it. Better than have him like that, at it, and then things can always, maybe they want it like this. Not they. Maybe they wanted it like this, so they can activate shit whenever they push some buttons on both sides. That's another thing. What do you think they have Kosovo as a entity inside Serbia? Sorry, they wanted to say independent country and all that, which I think I have a right to say whatever fuck ever opinion I should have about everything, all right? And anyway, I disagree with that situation over there nevertheless, because if that's acceptable, then what happened in Crimea and what happened in Donbass, you know, but somehow over there is not okay, even though they conducted a referenda, and these guys did not conduct a referendum. They voted in the parliament, let's be independent. And everybody was, not everybody, the guys that like democracy. Yeah. When the Crimeans did the same thing, nah. Nah. That's why it makes you vomit when these guys are telling you about the international law and the rules-based world order and we the people and we vote and the democracy and pa-ba-da-pa-da-pa-da-pa-da. Get out of here. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.